Hey guys, how you doing? I hope you're having an awesome day. Today I'm going to be talking to you about fluid intake and its impact on performance and how we're going to maximize it. So I'm going to start off by talking about the recommended dietary allowance for water, um, the roles in the body, um, and then I'm going to talk to you through how to maximize your hydration for energy and for performance. So I'll show you through a few drinks and show you which is the most beneficial out of them and the reasons why. So firstly, what is the recommended dietary allowance? So most of you will know that the normal intake for the average person is 2.5 litres of water per day. So why is it so important? So the body um, contains around 60% of water, so it has a vital role for almost everything that goes on in the human body. But some key things that is important for is regulation of body temperature. So, so when we get really hot, our blood goes to our skin, and we begin to sweat. This cools down the blood, and therefore it will decrease the internal temperature in the body. It also has a role in protecting the organs and tissues. It also carries nutrients and oxygen to the cells. This is because around 70% of the cells are contained of water. And then it also has a role of lubricating the joint. Again, water is an important component of synovial fluid, and synovial fluid has the job of cushioning and lubricating our joints. So it has been, much research has been done on hydration and dehydration, and it's been shown that water has major impacts on both your physical and your mental performance during exercise and from day-to-day activities. So one study found that dehydration has an effect on short-term memory and attention. It also has it's also found that rehydration and water supplementation had improved fatigue and short-term memory, attention, and reaction time. So this rehydration process and making sure you're hydrated has very important. It's very important for stay for mental aspects, but also um, through physical performance. So staying hydrated is vital. So now we know that water is important in almost everything we do. How can I rehydrate and hydrate properly? So you might just think that hydrating properly just means drinking the right amount of water. Well, you're right and you're wrong, because firstly, the obvious component in hydrating is water. So having the right amount is essential. So if you're doing a lot of exercise, then you want to be consuming more than 2,500 milliliters of water per day. So having the right amount is important, but there's also other important aspects to hydration. So secondly, there's carbohydrates. So carbohydrates are a form of sugar. So it is important um, for absorption of water across the intestinal barrier. So it helps to absorb the water quickly and rehydrate for all the bodily processes. And of course, carbohydrates is very important in energy production. So it will also help your performance as well. And then thirdly, salt or sodium. Well, salt is sodium, and it's very important as it's an electrolyte. And electrolytes have many important roles in the body. Okay, now I'm going to try and analyze some of these drinks, and I'm going to check for the three things we're talking about. So we want the water, we want the carbohydrate for helping the absorption of water, and then plus energy for your sports performance. And then we're also looking for electrolytes such as sodium and potassium. Okay, so firstly, we got a normal cup of water. So this has water, but it has little to no electrolytes or carbohydrates. So it's good, but it's missing the other two factors which could really help during performance. Secondly, we got prime. So if we look at the prime nutritional value, it's got very, very little carbohydrates, so 5 grams per 500 ml. It's got 0.02 grams of salt, so our sodium's not in there. However, it does have potassium, so it's okay because it's got the water and potassium for electrolytes, but it is missing the carbohydrate factor, so it's not the best for sports performance. Then we got the cheap sports drink. So this one has got quite a lot of sugar, which is good for carbohydrates, so it helps the absorption of water. It's also got some salt in it, so it's got 0.59 grams of salt. So that is good for our electrolytes. So that's got all three. So it's got our sodium for the electrolytes, carbohydrates, and it's got our water. So that is pretty good. Although it has, that's pretty beneficial. And then lastly, we got our Lucozade. So if we look at the nutritional information, it's only got your calories, carbohydrate, sugar, and salt, which is basically all you need. So carbohydrates, you got about 30 grams, so it's a 500 ml bottle, which is much more than the prime and a bit more than the cheap sports drink. This one has also got quite a lot of salt, so it's got 0.31 grams per 250 ml, so times that by 2. So it's got 0.62 grams of salt. So again, that's better than the cheap sports drink and the prime drink. So overall, water probably the least beneficial for sports exercise. Then probably your prime drink, and then your sports drink has got everything, but not enough of some of the nutrients like the sugar and the sodium. And then your Lucozade is probably your best bet for sports performance because it contains all three and has a good amount in all of them. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, like and subscribe. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. See you later, guys. Have a good rest of your day.